Hey everybody, hope you guys all had a wonderful weekend. Today's episode is going to be kind of just straight to the point, getting to the meat and potatoes of my training and my post-workout meal. So this workout in particular mainly focuses on quads and hamstrings, although your glutes do get activated in pretty much all of these exercises that I do. This was a really short workout, but a really effective one, and you don't have to be in the gym for hours to get a really good workout, so this workout will be good for anyone who might not have a lot of time in the gym. So I started off with squats, and I just picked a weight that wasn't super heavy but not super light, kind of like moderate. This is 155 pounds, and I did it for 4 sets of 6. My goal for this particular set and rep range and this weight was just to kind of really focus on doing the full range of motion and just kind of focusing on my mind to muscle connection a lot. So right now I'm still kind of just getting into the rhythm of doing back squats again, because pretty much for this whole year I've done nothing but front squats. So right now back squats feel kind of weird for me. My form feels okay, but the main thing is my shoulders are really tight, and I'm just trying to get, used to doing these again. But the good thing is that practice makes progress, so whatever it is that you want to get good at, whether it be squats or something else in life, repetition is key. A lot of girls have mentioned to me also that they feel really discouraged sometimes because their form feels off on certain movements or they don't feel strong enough on certain lifts. And I just like to remind them that it's like, look, I've been training for almost 3 years now. I didn't just wake up one morning and have perfect squat form. I wasn't always able to lift super heavy. That all came with time. So consistency is key, and I think it's really important to keep in mind that everybody starts off as a beginner. So you're not alone, and don't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 10. That's one thing I used to lose sight of all the time, and I would always compare myself to women who have been training for 10 plus years and are 10 years older than me, and it's like, what is the point of comparing yourself to someone who has been doing this for so much longer than you? They didn't just wake up one morning and have that body. They didn't just wake up and, have the abilities that they do. They worked hard for that. So I think that's one thing to keep in mind, and that's one thing that motivates me, is that we all start as a beginner. So there's really no need to compare yourself to anyone, because we're all at different stages on our journeys. So back to the workouts. Right now I'm doing a supersets, and I'm doing deficit Romanian deadlifts with kettlebell front squats. And I honestly love supersets a lot because they can really get your heart rate up. And again, if you are someone who doesn't have a lot of time in the gym, this is a great way to just get your workout done really fast. So for this superset, I did 4 total sets. On the Romanians, I did 8 reps, and on the kettlebell squats, I did 10 reps. And I rested, I think, like a minute in between sets on this one. And I really love this superset. My heart rate was up, my quads and my hamstrings were burning, but my glutes were also super engaged, especially on the Romanian deadlifts. And I honestly forgot just how much harder deficit Romanian deadlifts are than regular Romanians. I don't know why I stopped doing that, but I'm going to start incorporating deficits a lot more, because my hamstrings were beyond shaking towards the end of this. And it just gives you a much fuller range of motion and a much deeper stretch. And then with the kettlebell front squat, since it's a lot lighter weight, I did it with my feet as close together as possible, because when I do that, I feel it a lot more in my outer quads, which is kind of mainly where I want to focus right now when it comes to my quads. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed this superset, so if you guys try it out or try this full workout, definitely let me know, and I would love to hear your feedback. Also, on days like these where I'm not training super heavy, my workouts are just kind of short and sweet, I really pay attention to my rest periods, and I just try and make sure I'm not resting too long in between my sets. The most I rest in between my sets on days like these is just a minute. And lastly, I finished this workout with some back extensions, which I love these so much for my hamstrings and my glutes specifically. Obviously, it works your lower back as well, but when I put the machine as low as possible, I really feel it a lot in my hamstrings and glutes. I did these for 4 sets of 15 with a 25-pound plate, and I only rested about 30 seconds in between my sets. And that's it for this leg workout. It was really short and sweet, but it was effective and it got the job done. Alrighty, so now I'm going to go ahead and share with you guys my go-to post-workout meal, and I'm going to go ahead and give you guys the recipe. So my go-to post-workout meal is typically just 220 grams of chicken with a cup of rice. I don't eat this every single day after my workouts, but I really enjoy this post-workout meal, especially after a leg day. So I'm really picky when it comes to eating chicken, and this seems to be one of the only ways that I can actually enjoy it. So I have some jalapenos, some white onion, and some fresh cilantro. And these are ingredients that I cook a lot of my food with, but especially my meats. So right now I'm about to cook 440 grams of chicken breast, but I will only eat 220 grams post-workout. Some of this is for Erin. And I will also cook my chicken and most of my meats with olive oil or coconut oil. And I just season this with some paprika, a little bit of sea salt, and some black pepper. I don't really do too much seasonings, mainly because I put a lot of vegetables in my meat a lot of the time, which seasons it enough itself. And that's pretty much it. I just add the vegetables and then I put a lid on top and I just let it cook and I stir it occasionally. I think I cook it at around like 300 degrees, maybe a little bit higher. I don't really know. I just cook it and check on it until it's done. So now moving on to my cilantro rice. If you can't tell, I pretty much cook everything with cilantro. I love it. I do a cup of rice with 2 cups of water and then 1 cube of caldo de pollo flavor. I use the brand Nor for this and I love it. It tastes so good. So then I just bring the water to a bit of a boil or a simmer and then I add the flavor cube and then I also add about a handful of fresh cilantro, but you can put as much as you'd like. And that's it. Just let it cook till it's done, stir it a little bit, and add more water if you need to. And there you have it, my go-to post-workout meal. Hello guys, Sunday bum day is in full effect right now. I am relaxing on the couch. I've eaten a couple meals. It's around 8 p.m. For those of you who don't know, I train fasted. So I pretty much don't eat in the mornings and then I will eat throughout the day after I work out. I just prefer to do that. I feel better doing that. But yeah, I'm feeling good. I hope you guys are enjoying this series so far. I went ahead and I showed you guys how I cook my chicken and my rice. I have a few more recipes in mind that I want to share with you guys. If there's anything specific you guys want to see, though, let me know. I would also love to know the way that y'all cook chicken because I am super picky when it comes to chicken and like the texture and stuff. So if y'all have any good chicken recipes, I would love to know them. By the way, don't mind this hair. I feel like I look like Cindy Lou Who from The Grinch right now, but yeah, today's not my hair day, so we're gonna roll with it. And that's pretty much it for today. I really enjoyed my workout. It was really short, but it was really effective. My hamstrings are already sore, and sometimes like those little short workouts are honestly the best ones. And that's about it. I posted a picture to Instagram, or I'll just put it on the screen. I posted a picture showing you guys what I look like before I eat versus what I look like after I eat a meal. And I've been wanting to do that for a long time, but I could never work up the courage to do it. I don't know why, but I wanted to do it anyways and just kind of show you guys like the reality of the situation, which is, you know, I don't walk around with abs all day. I don't walk around with a super tiny waist all day. Sometimes my waist is super tiny. Sometimes my stomach looks, you know, like I'm 3 months preggo, and that's fine. That's normal too. All of our bodies fluctuate multiple times throughout the day depending on how much we've eaten, how much water we've drinking, etc. So just keep in mind that not everything you see on social media is how it is all the time. And it's important not to compare yourself to people's highlight reels. That's all social media is. You know, you're just seeing the best of everyone. You're not seeing them at their worst. And so don't compare yourself to others, is what I'm trying to say. I'm really tired right now, so normally you guys know I could go on a rant for a really long time. But I'm feeling kind of fatigued right now, and I'm probably going to go to bed early and get back on schedule because of the past couple days I've been staying up late and sleeping in, and I hate that feeling. I love waking up early and going to sleep early. So I'm going to try to do that today. I'm going to cook a little bit more and eat a little bit more, probably stretch a little bit too, and then go to bed. So I don't know. I just like choked on my own saliva. But I hope you guys are enjoying this series so far. If there's anything else you guys want to see, let me know as usual. And that's gonna do it for this video. I love you guys so much. Thank you all so much for your support. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye.